Hey guys, it's Master D, and I'd like to talk to you about the tenets and how important these words are. And think of the great people in history who had these specific qualities. Okay, so we know the tenets are courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self control, indomitable spirit. All right, let's look at George Washington. Did he have indomitable spirit? Did he have courage? Tremendous courage. Did he believe when others didn't? Definitely. Did he have discipline and self-control? No doubt about it. You can't be a general without discipline. So he had tremendous discipline, and he passed that along to his men. Did he have perseverance? Man, how many battles did he lose or get beat and then come back to fight another day? He had dogged perseverance. Really, that's what won the war, was just never giving up, just tiring the British out, and sort of like the Viet Cong did to us, tiring the British out to just finally say, we're spending too much time, too much money, too many lives, let's get out of here. So perseverance really was a big part of winning that war. Did he have integrity? No doubt about he had integrity. After the government was formed and he going to be appointed president, he won 100% or something like that for president. There were factions out there that wanted to make him king, and he turned it down. Now, he could have said, I am a king. But he had so much integrity. He said, look, we're fighting kings. This is an American experiment. We're about the people. We're about, this is a representative republic for the people. And I don't want to be king. And he also left after 2 terms. So he was like, enough. Let somebody else serve. So humility and integrity was amazing. He also had integrity in his battles, too. He wasn't just, you go fight, I'll be back here. Oftentimes, there was a couple of times where he was either hit or was so close to getting hit with gunfire. He was definitely a guy of integrity. Now, courtesy, well, you can't survive without it. I mean, if he was rude, mean, obnoxious all the time, then he wouldn't relate to the American people very well or to his troops very well. I mean, look what happened to Patton, kind of, his slapping soldier, and, came across probably someone who couldn't hold a high position like president just because of his demeanor. Great general, great soldier, but because of his demeanor, probably couldn't, get to that level of a presidency, where Eisenhower could, where Andrew Jackson could, though he was a tough dude too, and Washington could. So if you think about it, now let's look at Lincoln. Did he have all these qualities? Oh my goodness. The perseverance he had, the discipline he had to have, the integrity that he had to have. He's Honest Abe. I mean, it's more integrity than that. The indomitable spirit and the courage. He was not popular. He was. We see that in so many presidential. They're called all kinds of names and all kinds of awful things. Each side calls each other. And Lincoln was no exception. He was an ape, a baboon, all kinds of names he was called. He had to sneak into the White House by train and go incognito because of assassination attempts. So he had tremendous spirit, and, he had a lot of family issues and other things in his personal life, which he had failed a lot. And yet he still, managed to be a great president and to keep the country together. So look at Edison, another great American. Look at the qualities, the tremendous. He always says that genius is just perseverance in disguise. So maybe it is. I mean, if you look at how many times you practice something. A great musician, a great athlete practices something, a great martial artist over and over again. Well, that's perseverance. That's training, that's practice. And then you think, well, man, look at the Beatles. You know, everybody, when they hit the Ed Sullivan Show and became popular in the U.S., oh, they're geniuses. Oh, but they were 8 hours a day playing 5, 6, 7 days a week in really rough clubs in Germany, and you know, it either made you or break you. So they had tremendous perseverance and indomitable spirit, and they had wonderful charm, very courteous, and so they were, very popular amongst the media because of how courteous they were. So these tenets mean a lot. If you can take anybody, take Mahatma Ghandi, Martin Luther King, all great people in history, and see if they had these qualities. These tenets are success qualities. They really are. And they never change over time. That's what wisdom is. Since Moses walked the earth to now, if something is still works, and is still the same, then then you're on to wisdom. You're on to something great. So these are the things. So we must have that courage and that indomitable spirit. We must have that integrity and honesty. And starts with ourselves. We must have that perseverance, that dogged pit bull perseverance to never give up. Got to have discipline to succeed. No doubt about it. Talent will get you so far. It'll get you so far. But if you don't have discipline, then, you're only going to rise to a certain height. And then, of course, people skills and courtesy. Another name for courtesy is respect. Respecting yourself, respecting others, focusing on helping others, focusing on making others. When Zig Ziglar used to say, you can get everything you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. So, that's a very important attribute. So I hope this helps. I hope this gives you insight. So this is why we say this in class every time. It's not just to mumble some words or, be in some cult and mumble some words. These are important success qualities. Okay? Take them serious as your training. See in yourself, where do you rank in these things? Are you a courteous person? Overall, do you have integrity? You a 9 or a 10 in integrity? Are you a 9 and a 10 in perseverance? When you start something, you're loyal, you don't quit. When you're a 9 out of 10 in discipline, are you a 9, a 10? Are you a 2 in discipline? Is there a lot of things? You might be in training, martial arts training, a 9. But in nutrition or getting enough sleep, discipline, you might be a 4. So these are things that we want to examine on ourselves. Where we're at, indomitable spirit. Do we have the courage? Do we have the fortitude? Do we have that? Indomitable means big. Do we have that huge spirit to, lead people? Do we have that kind of? Where would we stand there? Okay, so. So just like where do we stand in Chun-Chi or in our technique, where do we stand in the tenets? All right, I know, long video, but I hope this helped. Hope this gave you some insight. We'll see you next time.